Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney, and I help clients all throughout the United States in various immigration issues. So if you've never joined me before, I come on live to take your immigration questions, to answer your immigration questions, because we all know how complicated immigration law can be. Just if you are unfamiliar with us or my immigration law firm, we're based outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. We help clients all throughout the United States because immigration is considered a federal practice. So no matter where in the US you are located, we can help you with your immigration case. In terms of the types of applications that we see, we help with employment-based petitions, right? So people asking about work visas and work-based green cards. We also help with individuals that are applying for temporary visas, like student visas, for example, or if they're being sponsored by family members. And then lastly, one of our most popular types of cases are humanitarian cases. So we help people who are victims of abuse, who are victims of crime. We also help people that are afraid to return to their home country with asylum applications. So we practice a wide range of services. We offer a wide range of services in terms of immigration. If you have immigration questions, you have that one-off questions, go ahead and put it in here, and I will do my best to answer it for you. Just know that the information that I'm providing is just informational. If you want to have a confidential consultation about your specific case and give me an opportunity to review your goals, your immigration history, I'd be happy to do that in a consultation. And we're doing those consultations by Zoom, in person, and by phone. Most popular, however, is Zoom. So feel free to call us, schedule something if you would like. You are free to hop on Facebook. We're at Agarwal Immigration on both Facebook and on TikTok, where I'm streaming live right now. There is a link on Facebook, on our Facebook page, that allows you to self-schedule, so you can see what times are available, and you can go log on and schedule your own appointment, and you'll get the confirmation, you'll get the Zoom link, or you can let me know if you'd prefer a phone call instead or in person. Okay, and say hi. If you haven't joined me, go ahead, say hi. Let me know where you're from. Hi, Gary. Hi, Hina. Nice to see you. Hi, Blue Dabes. Great. So I'm going to start off with some questions. So what I like to do here is start off with questions that people ask me pretty often in consultations, because I think it might help you. And while I'm talking, you can you can get to know me a little bit better, but also put in your questions, and I'll get to your questions in just a second. Type them into the chat. And if you want to call to speak with me confidentially, one-on-one, please feel free to do that. You can also schedule yourself if you would like on our Facebook page, which is at Agarwal Immigration. Another reminder, I'm going to be here for a few minutes, so you might want, if you know others that are interested in immigration or that have immigration questions, this is a great opportunity for them to join me as well, so they can go ahead and ask those questions. So share this with others. Like us on Facebook if you haven't already. Follow us on TikTok if you haven't already. The username or the handle is at Agarwal Immigration. All right. Well, I'm excited about this Friday, and I want to go ahead and answer some questions. So the first question is, I no longer live with my spouse. Can I still qualify for a VAWA self-petition? Right? Again, so for people that are unfamiliar with VAWA, VAWA is a green card application. Essentially, it's a green card application, or it's a pathway, I should say, to a green card application. Where the person applying is either married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder. In most cases, you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, and the marriage is abusive, right? So the marriage is abusive, not always physical, but emotional abuse, where your spouse is controlling, they're putting you down, they're hurtful towards you, they're refusing to help file for your green card, and then a whole number of other things that are specific to each situation. Okay, so really it's based on the problems in your marriage, right? And it's not always physical, and that's important to know, because many people assume that there has to be physical abuse for VAWA. That is not always the case, right? So this is a method to get work authorization in about 6 to 8 months, a green card in about 2 to 2.5 years. This is a method to gain status permanently in the US. Okay, so that's what VAWA is. And the question comes up, right? So many times you're in this abusive marriage. Many times you're in this abusive marriage and you don't live with your spouse anymore, right? You can't take it. They maybe sometimes they leave you, right? And you're still married and they've left and now you're living separately, or you chose to leave because of the abuse, or some other reason, and you're no longer living with your U.S. citizen or green card holder spouse. Can I still qualify for a VAWA? The answer is yes. You can still qualify even if you're no longer living with your spouse. In fact, even if you are divorced, as long as the divorce is within 2 years of us filing the application, you can still qualify for VAWA, right? So yes, you can qualify for VAWA even if you do not live with your spouse anymore, right? Again, that's a huge benefit for people that entered illegally and are undocumented, or people that came in with a visa and no longer have status in the US. If you were married to a US citizen or a green card holder, you had these problems in your marriage, you might qualify for work authorization within 6 to 8 months. Usually that comes with a social security card if you've never had one before, travel authorization where you can leave and visit family, and also a green card within 2 to 2.5 years. Okay? We handle these cases a lot. We would love to help you with it. If you want to call us for a consultation, we're at 703-348-1663. Again, that's 703-348-1663. Hi, Ara. Nice to see you. Hi, Jay. Thank you for the thumbs up there. If some of you have not called our office, Ara is our client care specialist, and she answers our phones. She's wonderful. People compliment her all the time on how thoughtful and empathetic she is. So if you want to ask some questions, feel free to call her, and she can help you schedule a consultation. Our office is open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. And we are closed right now because it's 6 p.m. Eastern time, but you can always go ahead onto Facebook and schedule yourself if you want to do it right now, or you can wait until Monday and call our office. If you want to just call us now and leave a message, we will definitely get back to you when we reopen on Monday morning. Okay, 9 a.m. Eastern. All right, great. So let me see if we have any questions here. It looks like we're still typing some in. Let me go ahead and talk about some of the other questions that come up in our practice. Okay, another one is people that file for VAWA applications. Hi, Fasila. Hi, Purvi. People that file for VAWA applications often ask, I worked illegally, is that going to impact my VAWA application? I worked illegally, is that going to impact my VAWA application? Most of the time, the answer is no, right? Most of the time, the answer is no. It's most likely not going to impact at all your application. Again, each person's situation is different, and I would encourage you to do a consultation. Don't go off and file for VAWA on your own. I would suggest, highly recommend using a lawyer to make sure you have a strong application, okay? But each person's application is slightly different. So I want to make sure that you understand the consequences of certain actions. All right? Okay. So most of the time, work without authorization does not impact your VAWA application. When it might impact your VAWA application is a situation, for example, like a situation like you pretended to be a U.S. citizen in order to be able to work, right? If you pretended to be a U.S. citizen in order to be able to work, then you might have issues getting a green card. Okay, some people believe that they were a U.S. citizen, didn't know until after the fact, or maybe they did it when they were a minor. There may be situations where even if you did claim to be a U.S. citizen and you weren't, that you might still be able to go ahead and get that green card. There are some exceptions to that, okay? But most of the time, if you claim to be a U.S. citizen, you will not be eligible to receive a green card. All right? Okay. That is when illegal work will likely impact your application. However, that doesn't mean you don't qualify for a VAWA. What are the benefits? It just only means that you don't qualify for a green card, right? But you might have a VAWA approved, which means that there was abuse in your marriage, that you were married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, and that you did live with them. It was a real marriage, not just for immigration purposes. Okay? That's what a VAWA approval means. Maybe you won't get a green card, right? Maybe that false claim to citizenship, that pretending that you were a U.S. citizen, might prevent you from getting a green card. But you might still qualify for VAWA, right? Which is separate than the green card portion. Okay? Okay. What does just having VAWA without a green card get you, right? What does it get you? It gets you permission to live in the U.S. forever, right? So that means that you are allowed to live in the U.S. forever. No one can deport you, especially in situations where there's an abusive spouse. The spouse often tries to get you deported, at least with some of my clients. The spouse often tries to get you deported. But in this situation, when you have VAWA, when you have an approval, an I-360 approval, you are allowed to live in the U.S. forever. So no one can threaten to deport you, okay? And even better, you have work authorization based on that, and you can have that forever, all right? So you have permission to live here, and you have work authorization indefinitely. That's the benefit. So even if there are certain things preventing you from getting a green card, for different people, it's different things. Like if you have a removal order, or if you've left and entered illegally multiple times, you might be prevented from getting a green card. We would still argue, hopefully, based on our conversations with you, we might still be able to argue that you should still get your green card because, you know, any violations were as a result of the abuse. But even if you don't get a green card, you still at minimum would get, if you qualify for VAWA, you would get permission to live in the U.S. forever. Think of the peace of mind that that comes with. And you would also get permission, you would also get work permit pretty much forever, indefinitely. Okay? So those are huge, huge benefits to something like a VAWA application. All right? Okay. Great. The last question that comes in, and I see a number of you are joining me right now. Feel free to type your questions in. Again, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. I am an immigration attorney. I'm an immigration attorney. I practice. My office is right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. My clients, however, are all throughout the United States. They're all throughout the United States. So I am here to answer questions on immigration. I practice all types of immigration. I practice employment-based immigration. I practice humanitarian cases like VAWA, where you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, and you're the victim of abuse, not necessarily physical abuse. It could be emotional, and you can be eligible to get a green card if you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, and your spouse is not willing to help you petition. So I do that a lot. That was one of our most popular case types. And also family-based green cards, family-based visas. All right? People do need legal immigration, my friend. Okay? Someone is making a funny joke about coming through Mexico. If you can get status, I would say, please do that. Take advantage, get status. All right? Okay. If you'd like to call our office for a consultation, you can do that at 703-348-1663. We are open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern time, but please go ahead and leave a message, and we'd be happy to schedule a consultation for you. We would call you back on Monday when we're open again and schedule for you. Okay? All right. Here's Bhumika's question. Fazila, hi. Bhumika, hi. Bhumika says, how long will NVC take to schedule an interview in India after you update your I-130 based on a citizen? I'm going to tell you that it's taking a long time. It's taking at least 6 months, right? We just did a consultation on that. It is taking at least 6 months to schedule an interview for the embassy in India, in Mumbai. All right, great. Okay. The last question I have here is, can I get a green card through VAWA, right? Can I get a green card through a VAWA self-petition? So the process is, most people can apply for a green card. Most of our clients are eligible to apply for a green card along with the VAWA application. So we do it at the same time, right? We do it at the same time. And when you have a green card application, you can also get work authorization in about 6 to 8 months and a green card in about 2 to 2.5 years. So the VAWA application, no, is separate from the green card, but we apply all at the same time. I know that sounds complicated, but we apply for work authorization, green card, your travel authorization, and then also the VAWA application, which would be a self-petition where you apply on your own without your spouse if you were married to a green card holder or a U.S. citizen that happened to be abusive. Okay? Well, on that note, I'm wrapping up for the evening. Thank you so much for joining me on TikTok. Thanks, guys. And also on Facebook. If you don't already like us on TikTok or on Facebook, make sure you like us on Facebook. We're at Agarwal Immigration. On TikTok, we're also at Agarwal Immigration. And we handle all types of immigration laws. So if you want to call for a consultation, I'd love to chat with you. We're doing them by Zoom, by phone, in person. Again, I'm outside of DC, and I would love to meet some of you. And so many times this week, we've seen so many consultations just based on people watching our lives, following us on live. And I just always love meeting you for a consultation. Okay. Anyway, you're always welcome to join me on here to ask questions. Again, it's just informational, and we would need to have a consultation so I could review your immigration history to provide legal advice. But any kind of answers to questions, quick questions, I'm happy to do that for you here on live. Share this with others, please, who also have immigration questions. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Have a great weekend, everyone. Happy Friday, and I will see you soon. Bye.